Wednesday. It's the Sistas mid-season finale.
Andy, have you heard from my sister?
Gary, tell us where she is.
Your paternity test results are in. There's no easy way to put this.
Tyler Perry's Sistas mid-season finale. Wednesday at 9. Watch it live on BET.
All right, Sisters fans. Now, at the time of the recording of this video, I only have the 15-second trailer to go off of and the end credit promo from last night. And to be blunt, there isn't a lot to go off of here. I mean, I think there are maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 things to talk about. So this trailer breakdown might be shorter than usual. Now, of course, if they drop the 30-second promo and it has more insightful stuff in there, I'll do a follow-up video. My guess is that this mid-season finale has a lot of things in it, so they don't want to give away too much. Because you will notice the past couple weeks, they dropped the 30-second promos directly at 10 o'clock when the episode was over. But let's talk about it. Season 7, Episode 11, the mid-season finale entitled Gone Girl. And speaking of Gone, I have no idea when the show's coming back. My guess is that the show might not come back until maybe June or something, which is fine. The show has run for 22 episodes, well, technically 21 episodes straight, 22 next week. All right. A mocktail party ends in disaster for the sisters as paternity results are revealed and one woman goes missing. Meanwhile, Andy is forced to work with her worst nightmare. I mean, is Hayden really her worst nightmare? I think he's more on the lower tier, like Condiment Man in the Batman Rogues Gallery. It's like, no, he's not the Joker. He's not Mr. Freeze. He's just like an annoyance. And when it comes to Hayden, it's like, I said this in the video where I talked about like why a tax attorney is helping with a divorce case. Number one, it actually makes a lot of sense. And number two, Hayden is really good at his job. And even though they're competing, I think that Hayden and Andy working together would make one heck of a team. I'm just saying. But we do know they're trying to one up each other in order to get their, their time to shine as a partner. So Andy, was just talking to Fatima about how, that little weasel got himself into this case. And then Fatima's like, I know this. And then Hayden's like, wait a minute. Oh, my ears are burning. Y'all talking about me? And it's just funny because this dude, he was obviously pulling a Pam and listening on the other side of the door so he can just come in at the right moment. Now, we get I think this is at the juice shop. I could be wrong here, but we do see that Andy is talking to Jordan over the phone, and Jordan's like, hey, have you seen or heard from my sister, Penelope? What's up? I haven't really interacted. I haven't been able to get in touch with her lately. So that leads to Andy and Fatima confronting Gary in his office. Keep in mind, Andy's like, where is she, Gary? He doesn't say anything. He's looking all nonchalant, but then Fatima pulls a blade and puts it at his neck for some answers. Now, key points here. The end credit promo shows that there's a guy and a bunch of dudes in hazmat suits. And apparently these are cleaners. Obviously not the general carpet cleaners. What's that? Call 1-800-STEAMERS. Stanley Carpet something. Da, 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 da. Look, that was a commercial they used to run in this area. So, catchy jingle. But yeah, these are like, now I could be reaching on this, but I think it would be pretty cool if the guy that's talking to Gary is a Malone. And if you remember the Malone family from the Haves and Have-Nots, Mama Rose and her boys. Oh, well, didn't Mama Rose retire and then Benny took over? Wouldn't it be some wild continuity there if, like, maybe the show was loosely connected to the Haves and the Have-Nots because Gary calls the cleaners in order to take care of this mess? So, what did you say happened here exactly? Gary's like, I didn't say anything. And look, get your guys to hurry up and clean this place and rid the shit of this ungrateful bitch. So, there's a lot to unpack here. Folks, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Penelope is dead. Now, there are some interesting fan theories out there that maybe she isn't dead. Maybe Gary doesn't pay these cleaners and they end up helping Penelope rather than disposing of her. Maybe she's like barely still alive. Another theory is kind of morbid, but after learning everything about Gary and, his evil ways and whatnot, Penelope couldn't bear having his child, so she went to his office to provoke him on purpose, knowing he would attack her and cause her to lose their baby. That's another possibility. I don't know. It's really cool. Well, I mean, cool, but, you know, in the sense of, dang, Penelope actually thought 8 steps ahead, as opposed to me and a lot of other fans calling her out for being dumb for going over there after Andy said not to. Stay far away from him, but yet you go over there and get attacked the way you did. But then there's also a lot of stipulation there, like, well, wouldn't she have had to contact these cleaners ahead of time? Like, hey, look, I know what Gary's going to do. I'm going to go over there, get attacked. He's going to call you to clean up, and then you come over there and help me out or something. I don't know. But regardless, the cleaners must do one hell of a job that night, because the next day when Andy and Fatima confront Gary, there's not a trace of Penelope in the office, blood or anything. So obviously those cleaners took care of the job. Now, what's going to happen from there? I don't know. So probably everybody's favorite part of the trailer was when Karen calls Danny about Sabrina wanting to do mocktail. But here's the thing, it's just for the girls, no Fatima. And then Danny's like, look, if I want to invite Fatima anywhere, best believe I'ma do it, bitch. Bye. And then Karen's like, bitch. So it's pretty interesting that Danny is like, look, if I want to invite Fatima somewhere, I'm going to do it. I don't care what you say. Tell me what I can and can't do. So then she hangs up on it, which I think is great. This could be the reason a mocktail party ends in disaster for the sisters. This could be the episode where the divide in the group is finally, happening, because Danny hinted towards this when she talked with Tony several episodes ago about the whole ordeal with, Karen isn't the easiest girl to get along with. Not to mention her and Fatima will never, that's like peace in the Middle East happening. It's just never going to happen. So, at some point they're going to have to make a decision. And I feel like Gone Girl doesn't just apply to Penelope disappearing, but the fact that Gone Girl could mean Karen decides to leave the group once and for all because she can't stand the idea of the girls involving themselves with Fatima. And it's like, well, hey, she's likable. She's everything you aren't, Karen. I mean, you're the only one that has a problem with her. So, hey, it is what it is. Now, I don't know exactly what's going to happen here. In terms of, does the paternity results get revealed before or after the mocktail party? But Karen gets a phone call. Now, the mocktail party, I think, is probably going to happen at night. And it looks like Karen gets this phone call probably in the middle of the day or something. But the doctor says, your paternity results are in, but there's no easy way to put this. This could mean a number of different things. Now, I'm thinking off the rip, it has to do with Zach either not being the father of these kids, or he is the father of one, but the other one came back as a non-match, meaning that Karen's going to have to get Karen's going to have to get another man tested. And I think we all know it's going to be Aaron, which means that those people behind the social media for Sisters goofed up. They should not have released that photo of Aaron and Zach in the hospital together with Karen, because it's like, I mean, if Zach isn't the father of those twins, why is he there to begin with? The question is that I want to know is, I don't want to know well, honestly, I feel like we all want to know what's going to happen with this phone call. But more importantly, I'm like, okay, so the doctor is contacting Karen. Is Zach going to be contacted? Because he participated in this test, had his blood drawn and everything. So I don't want this crap to happen where Karen is the only one who was contacted by the hospital. No, everybody should know. Well, Zach specifically. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. But I will be really pissed off if the cliffhanger ending is that Karen is like getting this phone call, but we don't hear exactly what's happening. Like, aside from that one line, and there's no easy way to put this. To put what, doctor? And then the episode ends. I'll be so pissed off if they did that shit. But I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. So for now, that's really all I have to say about the trailer. Like I said, once they drop the 30-second promo, if there are any notable things to take away from that trailer, I will do a follow-up video. But for now, please take a moment to like and subscribe. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description as always. And hit that notification bell and select all. That way you're up to date whenever I post content on the channel.